Hi guys, it's me Betty, and this is episode 4 of Popeful Thoughts with Betty. So, as I told you last time, this is going to be part 2 of the Tariq Turner story of the world's greatest snitch. So, if you didn't listen to part 1, stop right now, go back and listen to part 1 because it's very crucial to what we're about to read in part 2. And if you are ready for part 2, we're just going to hop right into it. Alright. I'ma pick this shit up right where I left it. If you didn't listen to part 1, go back and dissect it. Yes, I'm a snitch. Really don't care if you respect it. Still a gangster in my town. Think otherwise, then come test it. If you didn't pick up on any jewels in the first one, this part 2, so don't expect it. Official at the street shit just happen to be cool with the ones who ref it. If they didn't see the foul I turn into an owl, then tell 'em who tech it. Smooth leather seats in my butterscotch Lexus. Got a new connect with the feds. Plugged me in with an Armenian gangster way down in Texas. I'm snitching on niggas and bitches, so you can't call me sexist. They DM me for bricks, and I'm showing Agent Smith the Texas. You know how young gangs. I'm gonna start over. You know how young drug dealers talk on the phone? Stupid niggas reckless. I told you in part 1, only thing that matters is my prevail. Only thing different is my rat tail. Still pushing big broccoli, but now I'm getting it in the mail. I'm the OG of the hood now, and got some youngins to sell. I don't care who it is, as long as they bring me my funds. Bank account, fat now, reminiscent of Big Pun. Used to move a couple bricks here and there, getting closer to a ton. Used to see the police pull up on the block, break out, and run. Now I chuck deuces when I see them, plus I'm counting money in the sun. I told on Big Red and OG Cowboy Nicks. You know the one that used to live on Piedmont Ave. I also told on Little Ronnie. He had a mean jump shot. Could have played for the Knicks. I killed a couple niggas with my gun, but my tongue really swift. If you bought a couple birds from me, then a couple months later you in your cell looking sick. Thought you met a nice plug, but now you're missing your bitch. Gave 'em to you for the low, you even smiled as you drove off thinking, damn, smooth sailing went off without a hitch. Plus, if you beef with me, end up behind still, or most likely a ditch. Not scared of war, because I've formed a dangerous clique. State to state, some officers and little crash dummies from your side of the sticks. See, a dumb nigga like you following the code of the streets, we consider you Vicks. Them is what they call us. One finger on the trigger of the gun, other finger on the last digit of 911. Either way, play with me, you're done. Well, that's enough bragging. I'm sure the gangsters are gagging, and stupid ones laughing. The shooter's lacking, didn't hear the message, computer must be lagging. You think you're assed out now? When you get to jail, fuck it. Now that's a different type of sagging. Let's get back on topic. Got a meeting later on. A nigga I ain't seen in 20 years. My OG, Jackson. Back in the day, if you disrespected him, I was clapping. Anybody fucked with his paper, I considered you a virus, and I was vaxing. Anyway, he told me to meet him on his jet. Now that's a different bracket of taxing. I wanted to show him how good I was doing, or as he would say, on the gas I am mashing. He got a Ferrari parked next to a jet. As a kid, I used to say, I'm rich. Even younger, I just used to say, me up. Set the scene. Inside the cabin was mean. Jackson got straight to business. He wanted me on the team. All right, guys, hold on. Let me take a sip of my water. Jackson got straight to business. He wanted me on the team. He was scamming banks and hedge funds, but he gotta get rid of this name. He said he had 400 bricks, guaranteed preem. My pockets would be fatter. Just get rid of this work for him and he will bring me on with the scheme. I asked where the bricks were. He told me in the back of the hangar. Them bricks heavy and it's hot outside. Might as well leave your coat on the hanger. What's that? You got a gun? We around these white folks, nigga. Give me that banger. Bricks in the back of the Rover. That bitch mean too. Then I told him you always did love a Ranger. This nigga taught me how to hide crack in my mouth and how to hold a razor. Because of this, I calmed my sense of danger. He's snitching like I'm snitching. DEA rushed as soon as I got in the truck. I had to deal with the feds, but the CIA was a different side of the buck. Even after me telling you this, you still gonna trap out your mama crib. You probably bought some new designer. Lawyer don't accept that as payment. So good luck. Didn't have enough money, so with a public defender, you're stuck. So that's where part 2 has ended. And if you listen to part 1, which I suggest if you didn't go back and listen to part 1. In part 1, I kind of told you towards the end of the video that towards the end, it felt like he was, kind of bragging. I got the feeling like he was bragging. And I caught that feeling because this is exactly what he did for a while, like in the story. He just telling you, I'm out. I'm the gangster now. I'm the OG. Everybody getting their drugs from me. We cruising, we sailing. I'm counting money in the sun. I'm chucking deuces at the cops because I'm comfortable because he's a snitch. So he's comfortable. He's making his money. He's counting money. And he's feeling himself. And if this was a regular grind, you're supposed to feel yourself when you've been grinding and you feel good, but you a snitch. So this feeling is not supposed to be good. But from his point of view, he's popping. He running shit. Everybody running to him for shit. He got people like the kids. Like he said, where was it? Let me go back to it. On the second page, he goes, I'm the OG of the hood now and got some youngins to sell. Probably your nephews, your cousins, your sons. I don't care who it is as long as they bring me my funds. So, kind of in the first one, he said that the next generation was working for him now. So, now they dads, they in jail. They writing back. I told you before in part 1, they writing back telling him, he's a snitch, but, no one's believing him, no one's believing them. So now he got they sons and they nephews and they cousins running around the streets, just doing their thug thistle, basically. And he's like, I don't care who it is. If you want to, as long as you bring me back my money, I'll hand you the product. As long as I get my funds at the end of the day, he just giving work to everybody. Look, you want to do it? He's down. So that's kind of fucked up because you bring in the babies into it. The babies that had nothing to do with it before, had nothing to do with it before. Now they in the streets, gang banging, selling weed, selling this, selling that, thinking it's cool, corrupting their brains at a very young age. But he don't care because the only thing that matters is his prevail. So and he keeps bringing that up like I do not give a fuck about what's going on as long as I'm good at the end of the situation. Is all that matters to him. Nothing's gonna stop him from the grind he's on of snitching on his rat tail. So then we go down a little bit more. He talk about how his funds are getting big. You know, he needs to move a couple bricks. He getting weed in the mail. Like he's really stepping up in the game. And yo, bro, he's just feeling himself, and it's a lot of, and it's like the bragging to this point is like really disgusting. It kind of makes you sick to your stomach. It's like you're this amped about snitching. You know, you getting the people to work for you. They DMing you for bricks. You while they DMing you for bricks, you showing Agent Smith the text. Like at this point, like his snitching, like his bragging is getting like very sickening and it's really disgusting to this point. Um, then he gets on. Then he lightly touches on a couple people he snitched on. Big Red, OG Nick, and poor little Ronnie. Poor little Ronnie. Where is that at? And when you're also like, if you've read, most of you understand what I'm reading to you, which is fantastic. So keep commenting down below. Um, you really gotta listen to the words and the wordplay.